just hoping my bisexual girlfriend would maybe fuck me if I look like an old woman.
Give loads of love for Lucas Jefcoate, for Marcus Beeby, for Jessie Nixon, and for Jonas Jamarik, everybody! So, Croydon, I'll tell you who's who, just so you know. Furthest away from me right over there is Lucas Jefcoate. Next to him is Jonas Jamarik, and next to him is Marcus Beeby, and right next to me, close to me, is Jessie Nixon. So let's take Jessie as your start point, as she's near to me. Who would you like to pair Jessie up with? Would it be Marcus, Jonas, or Lucas?
Jonas.
Jonas. So Jonas is going to become Jessie and vice versa, which means that Marcus is going to become Jonas and vice versa. Lucas and Jessie, Marcus and Jonas. There we go. I get those words out eventually. Give them all a huge round of applause and make their way back on stage. So that's 8 performances, remember. The first 4 will be each comic doing their own stuff, and then the next 4 is when they'll come back and do the other stuff that Croydon just paired up to be. So basically what happens now is if the second part of the show, when they come back, is terrible, it's his fault now. You made the wrong choices, buddy. If it's great, that's down to us, isn't it? Anyway, let's bring on the first actor to do their own stuff. Please put your hands together, raise your roof, give loads of love for the wonderful Lucas Jefcoate, everybody!
Thank you so much, everyone. It's good to be here. Good to be here. I'm feeling pretty good. I actually got a haircut earlier this week. Yeah. What happened was I went to the barber's, right, and he asked me what I wanted, and I said, if you could just make me look like someone's aunt. Yeah, he killed it, didn't he? He smashed it. It's great. I look like I just left my first with the woman who runs my book club. It's a vibe. I'm not a very manly guy. I know that, right? It's a bit embarrassing being a man, not being able to grow facial hair, especially. Very embarrassing. Right, it's got to the point now where even my little cousin has more facial hair than me. And she's 13. So it doesn't feel good. I'll tell you a bit more about myself. I suffer from anxiety. Anyone here got anxiety? Alright, fuck me. Having a live panic attack, guys. Let's go. Let's go. No, I do have anxiety. People tell me when I get anxious, what I need to do is just like take deep breaths. You guys heard this? You just got to take deep breaths. In and out like that. But I find this doesn't really work for me because I have asthma. So that's a little bit sensitive, right? You know, you can't tell someone with asthma to just breathe, can you? Right? That's like telling someone with Alzheimer's to just forget about it. It's fucked up. It's tough being an alpha with anxiety. I'm not an alpha, obviously. I know that. I can't believe that this is like technically the same species as an alpha. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't feel like the product of thousands of years of evolution. Is what I mean. Like, if this is a perfected design, then I have some notes. Right? Like, I can't take a shit without my phone or I have a panic attack. That's not the kind of guy you want in a hunt, is it? You don't want that. Don't you think that's crazy to think about, though? That, like, we, as a species, we used to hunt beasts. Think about that. We used to hunt beasts. We used to hunt beasts. And now we milk oats. It's a bit of a downgrade, I think, but I'm glad that we don't hunt anymore. I'm really glad, because I know for a fact that I'd give all the cave women the ick. Right, like, you know, I'd be out there hunting, I'd throw the spear at the buffalo, it missed, and I'd have to run over, pick it up, try again. That's not hot, you know. That's like the prehistoric version when a guy drops a ping pong ball and he has to chase after it. It wouldn't work from an evolutionary standpoint. I take medicine for my anxiety. It's quite boring taking medicine, so what I like to do is I like crush it up and snort it into lines sometimes. Yeah, I'm like Scarface if he journaled. I take a medicine that blocks my adrenaline, right? So I don't have any nerves. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're a stand-up, your nerves could affect your performance, right? So like I'm on performance-enhancing drugs right now. Isn't that cool? Like, this is genetically modified stand-up that you guys are watching. That's great. Like, this is the best that science can offer. And that really makes you want to believe in religion, I think. It's fine. All the comedians hate me because I'm doping. It's true. It could be for a number of reasons, but I think that's it. They come up to me, they're like, "Oh, Lucas, you're really getting on my nerves, man." I'm like, "Sorry, I don't even know what those are." I'm like the Lance Armstrong of the comedy circuit. I have one ball. It's a bit of a pivot. I've been thinking about what I would do. Oh, I found a ballet. I've been thinking about what I would do if I had a time machine recently. Think about what I would do. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go back in time and invent a bunch of things and take credit for them. I think that'd be cool. Like, I'd invent some stuff. Like, I feel like the skateboard could have been invented a lot sooner. Don't you think that? Like, they had the wood, they had the metal, the wheels, famously the first thing they made. They didn't look at that, they were like, but how do we make it rad? That's what I'd do. I'd build a skateboard and I'd do a kickflip in front of Jesus. And then he'd be like, "Oh fuck, that's a miracle. I don't know what I've been doing, but that's sick." You know, I'd want to meet someone smart. I'd meet Plato, right? I'd meet Plato, he'd say something really smart. He'd be like, "Oh, you know, it's better to be unborn than to unlearn. Because ignorance is the root of all misery." And I'd be like, "Yeah, man, that's really smart. But did you also know that your hand is actually bigger than your face?" And I just punch him. It's great. Is it 5 minutes? Yeah, okay, fuck it. Thank you so much. I'm Lucas Jefcoate.
Lucas Jefcoate, everybody! And see you again on next time. Give it up for Marcus Beeby!
So the more observant lunch here tonight, you'll already be able to tell that I'm from potentially 40 different countries. But which one? Someone said to me recently, they said, "In this country, do you see yourself as English or Chinese? English or Chinese?" Which is weird because I'm Malaysian. Yeah, I'm half British, half Malaysian. That's what the old fruit machines come out. Yeah, so my mum's Malaysian, my dad, he's white, like really, really, really white. And when I think back to my childhood, when I was 5 and he was 50. Alright, good work. We got there in the end. Yeah. It's good to be. As Will said, my name is Marcus Beeby. My dad's name is Chris Beeby. We call him CBeebies. Yeah. Did you get that one, Colombians? British comedy, quirky old thing, British comedy. Yeah. He comes from a very working class area, my dad. Right? He comes from an area called Corby. My mum, on the other hand, comes from a massive working class district called Malaysia. This is huge. Yeah. It's when me and my dad, right? My dad, he used to be in the RAF, right? The Royal Air Force. It come in handy when I was a kid because he'd spoon feed me and say things like, "Here comes the aeroplane." But then his PTSD kicked in. Flashbacks. Then my mum got PTSD because the plane in question was a Malaysian Airlines flight. Oh, I found the line. Okay, we found the line. Yeah, we sold hands in the shopping centre back in the 90s. You know, the 90s was talking Britpop and New Labour. It was an incredible time to be 6. There's the keys about then, you know. I used to drink on bongos by the pint. In my manic step, break free from my dad's hand, try and run off, and I don't know if you've ever seen a white man chase a little Asian kid before. Because I hadn't seen it, but I lived it. So he had to chase me to catch me, he'd always catch me, I'd scream things like, "You're not my dad." Which was a lie, but the people in the shopping centre, they were witnessing a full-blown abduction. So I've been under pressure recently. I turned 30 and I made a discovery that I'm the first guy in 4 generations that has not killed someone. Yeah, it's a lot to live up to. Yeah. I'm not lying either, I'm telling the truth. Right? My great-granddad killed someone in World War I, and my granddad killed someone in World War II, and my dad has a vibe. Don't know what he's capable of. Now that I'm 30, I'm more comfortable, like even arrogant sometimes. Like sometimes I'll get on the bus and I'll look down the bus and I'll think everyone on this bus looks like shit. Yeah, if you're laughing, if you're not laughing, you're that person. Yeah, but we all make assumptions about people, right? So when I walked up here, you were like, "Yeah, that guy, he works in IT." Then you heard me talking, you're like, "Yeah, he does work in IT." Yeah, but I tell a lot, I work in sales, plot twist, woo, renegade. Yeah, I work in sales. I think it's the reason a guy's got my algorithm recently, a guy called Andy Elliott. Anyone here know who Andy Elliott is? Okay, you're all good people. Okay, I'll fill you in. It's basically the Andrew Tate of the business world. A reel of this came up recently. It said, if I kidnapped your kids, would you hit your sales target? Of course you would. So why does it take me kidnapping your kids to make you hit your sales target? And I thought, right, before we get into all this, Andy, if you kidnap my kids and your only ransom is I hit my sales target, we need to negotiate a better deal for you. My mum has this funny way of talking, right? Other people call it an accent. She said recently, in the age of the cost of living crisis, it's got to be tough to be homeless. And I thought, well, surely it's always been tough to be homeless. Like, the craziest thing I ever saw a homeless guy do, right? I was in a McDonald's, I was a teenager, a homeless guy walks in, he wants a burger. They don't give him the burger, so he walks outside and takes a massive shit by the front door. And when the staff confront him, he says, if you don't give me that burger, I'm going to do another one. And I thought, where's he getting the fuel? You guys have been great too.
Marcus Beeby, everybody! And keep it down to Jessie Nixon!
Oh, good. My name's Jessie, lovely to be here. I'm from Bristol originally. No one's like, fuck! That's okay. It's like 90 minutes from London, you cunt. No, just joking, lovely. Bristol born and bred. Pretty sure that my dad is Banksy. Because I don't know who he is. It's a tough one. Bristol people. Has anyone been to Bristol at all? Yeah? It's a nice place. People like to try new things in Bristol. I actually don't really like that because I'm kind of like an old man, the spirit of an old man trapped in a hot girl. Is my vibe, and I don't like new things. Like in Bristol, you can call your grandparents absolutely anything and get away with it. Like, I don't know what happened to Grandma and Grandpa, if I'm honest with you, like hooah, oompa and booper. At the end of the day, who are you talking about? You found £20 on a card from Grumpy and Titpick? Like, who are these people spending Christmas with poo-poo and pedo? Like, are you kidding? What are you saying? What's all this newfangled verbiage? I don't like it. Like Brat Summer, we just have Brat Summer apparently. Does anyone know Brat Summer? Brat Summer apparently, from what I've gleaned, is you like listen to a lot of pop music and you suck a lot of dicks. Okay, that's what I think it is. I don't know. And it's not Brat Summer anymore. It's Sad Girl Autumn, which I think is where you like listen to Taylor Swift and cry about all the dicks you suck. I don't know. The thing is, I've always been a brat and I've always been sad. Those are two fundamental stalwarts of my personality. If we're just saying stuff we are, followed by a season, then bring on fucking chain smoke and have a big bush winter, you know? I don't mind it. Bring it all the way on. Everyone in Bristol's shagging. I don't like that either. Everyone's polyamorous. Polyamory, for anyone wondering, is just people that want to have multiple sexual partners. If you've ever played The Sims, you know, you click randomly generate and you get like a randomly generated sim and they look fucked up. That's how all polyamorous people look. It's greedy, and I say that as a bisexual by birth, not practicing, but I think it's really greedy. Best friend's parents are polyamorous, and this is hot gossip, they both cheated on each other with the same guy. Can you believe it? His name was George, I haven't changed it. And when they found out, George Baker, instead of... works for us all day. No, it's fine. Lives at 44 Hawthorne Street, but cool. When they found out, instead of getting divorced like a normal couple, what they did is they bought the house next door and they knocked through what can only be described as a fuck tunnel. And they moved George in, and I'm not trying to be bigoted or old-fashioned or whatever, I just think that's a little bit disgusting and unnatural to own two houses in this economy. I'm trying to be more open to new stuff. I'm trying to be less traditional. There is one thing I'm really struggling to be modern about, and that's vaping. Like, I just don't like it. I prefer cigs. I think cigs are sexy and vapes aren't. I'm quite attached to sort of gender roles when it comes to vaping, which I didn't know about myself. But I just think if you're a man who vapes, it's so off-putting already to hear that like noise. And when they take in too much steam and they get a vape voice, it's like. What does that mean? What? Disgusting. And if you're a man who vapes, I don't want to see your fucking pink peppercorn vape or whatever. I don't want to fucking see it. I need you to have a manly flavour, beer, tarmac, pussy, I don't care. It just has to be not feminine at the end of the day. I'm trying to be less of a bitch, it's not my fault. I used to work in recruitment, that's why. I at least had the decency to not enjoy recruitment. I didn't like it at all. It's only good if you love tits and cocaine. And I'd be like, what are those things? No, obviously it's tits. I already said I'm bisexual. such as I love tits more than Oompa Loompas love it when a child passes away. They love infant mortality and we don't talk about it. But no, recruitment is a horrible place to work. It's all sort of skinny little men with medically low BMIs, big chunky wristwatches, and they all say stuff like, we work hard, but we fucking play harder, boom! Like that, and then they get their dicks out, they go like, like their guns. And I don't know how to join in with that, you know. Don't have the right artillery, how do I get involved, you know? I could pull my tampon out like a grenade. Get down, woo! I don't like it when I do that. Oh, it was a real grenade, that's how scary menstruation is to men. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to tell you a slightly devastating story, but it's really important that we all laugh about it loads. So I went, I'm trying to date again. And I went to a boy's house the other day, and brag, and this boy had a bathroom, which is an upgrade on some of the ones I've known in the past. And in his bathroom, he had a weighing scales. Now, I don't have a weighing scales at home for morale, but I just thought, as a treat, I would weigh myself. Guys, it was a smart scale. And it texted him. Texted my kgs. Didn't just text my weight, it texted him, hey James, we here at my fitness pal are concerned because you put on 15 kilos in 48 hours. You guys have been a pleasure. I'll see you later. I'm Jessie. Bye.
Jessie Nixon, everybody! I keep it going again for our last presentation. Give it up for Jonas Jamarik!
Thanks. Thank you. I'm actually a bit tired tonight. It's been a really long day of lying to fundraisers on the street. Sorry, I'm busy. No, yeah, but tonight I just want to try some jokes that I've been doing for 10 years. See if they work. Who's doing Movember? I feel like I should be doing Movember. I don't feel like I don't get Movember. Movember's like, men's mental health is in crisis, so to help, make yourself look like a pedophile. Been getting into Zen meditation lately. Been doing a lot of Zen meditation. And I'm really hoping it's going to start paying off soon, because so far it just feels like I'm wasting time. I guess that's not very Zen of me to say that. Ever get that one from your friends? It's like, oh, you're not very Zen. There's no way to have a Zen response to that. It's like, what the fuck do you mean I'm not very Zen? I signed up for a discount scuba diving lesson and got baptized. Which is worse if you're Jewish. Which I was. I was actually born in Slovakia, so technically I'm from Eastern Europe. Yeah, Eastern Europe, the white Africa. Whenever I'm on a plane, I always wonder, will they use my photo in the news if we crash? Because I think if I'm going to be struck by tragedy, I'd like to be the face of it. That's why in every photo of me, I try to look promising. But you know, things are actually going well. I have a girlfriend. She's great. She loves me. I can see it in her eyes when we shake hands in the morning. I think it's very important to be using 2 different types of contraception. There was a time in my life when I was using both condoms and celibacy. It was like trying to scratch yourself through a winter coat. Esoteric. I was on the apps before I met her. I was on all the apps. I think the worst one was Ancestry. I'm actually getting her a yoga retreat for her birthday. Because I really want her to cheat on me with a really relaxed guy. When I was a kid, I used to play hide and seek with my parents. They'd hide away emotionally and I'd seek validation from strangers. But lately I've been thinking that it's kind of weird just walking around knowing that one day my parents are just gonna die in a house fire. With no witnesses. I don't know, I like nail clippers. I think nail clippers are great if you're poor but want to start collecting something. I used to have an ultra soft toothbrush. Now I just have an extra soft toothbrush. Yeah. The army's really toughened me up. People think I'm weird because I shit in gas stations without getting out of my car. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel weird. I've been microdosing puberty blockers. It's wreaking havoc on my whole system. Alright, I think we're going to leave it there.
Give it up for Jonas Jamarik, everyone! And we've seen them all be themselves. Now we're going to mix them up and have them come back as the people Croydon paired them up to be. The town of Croydon paired them up to be. So up first, this time with the material of Jessie Nixon. Welcome back to the stage, Lucas Jefcoate!
Hi guys, my name's Jessie. I'm from Bristol, yeah. Any fans of Bristol then? Woo! Okay, a couple of you. That's tough for the rest of you. I'm going to talk about it the whole set, so... I hope you guys have been there, or at least know where it's from. I know we've got a guy from Colombia in, but we're going to talk about this town from the east of England. City. I shouldn't downplay it. Yeah, like I said, I'm from Bristol. My dad is like Banksy, right? He's a very successful artist. This is nepotism, what I'm doing right here. Yeah, you guys are probably wondering about my vibe. I'm kind of like an old man trapped in a hot girl, which sounds like a porno I watched last night. I don't like when kids have weird names for their grandparents. You know, they call them stuff like pedo and pedo. I don't. Why these kids calling their grandparents pedos? I don't understand people. I'm a bisexual girl. I'm a bisexual girl. That means I buy sex. No, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry, Jessie. I'm sorry I said that. No, I'm a bisexual girl, which you won't see a lot. Especially in London. I know there's not many bisexual girls in London. That's what I heard when I moved there from Bristol. So pretty edgy stuff. Bisexual. So did I mention I'm bisexual? That's why I joke about Taylor Swift and pretend that I don't know what brat summer is when obviously I had a very brat summer. I did write some jokes. I honestly thought I was doing Marcus, so this is a bit fucked. Got some great jokes about Malaysia. I don't think men should vape, guys. I don't think men should vape. That should be left for us girlies. Us girlies should be vaping. These guys are sucking on things like a pink peppercorn vape, which actually sounds quite delicious. Quite delicious and manly. Pink peppercorn is something that goes on steak. Men eat steak. I'm bisexual. I don't like cocaine. Just kidding, I do, but also tits. Thank you. Something about... I tried to find a tampon grenade joke, but that's not good. Jessie's joke was good, mine wasn't. Okay, I'll finish on a story. I went on a date with a man because I'm a bisexual girl. That's what bisexual girls do. We go on dates with men. Because I'm bisexual. My girlfriend's bisexual. Lucas's girlfriend is bisexual, so he can make that joke. He told me. I went on the scale, and it actually texted this guy my weight. Yeah. I didn't know that the guy had a bandwidth big enough to text a digit that big. Fat joke. Yeah, I didn't like that either. I'm sorry, Jessie. Me and Jessie, we haven't even spoken, me and Jessie, because she moved here from Bristol. I don't know if you guys knew that. Thank you, everyone. I've been Jessie Nixon. Good night.
Lucas Jefcoate, everybody! I just love it when they do an exact replica of the set we first saw. Up next, this time with the material of Jonas Jamarik. Welcome back to the stage, Marcus Beeby!
Hey y'all. I like fundraisers in the street because I'm Jewish. At least I was. I'm actually half Slovakian, half African. Can't you tell? That's me. Yeah, I'm a pretty new comedian, and one thing I like to do is I like to use Ancestry to fuck. It's been some time. It kind of sounds like I've got a transatlantic twinge as well, and that's not deliberate. I don't know why. I think it's a defense mechanism from all the lack of fucking. Yeah, so talking of fucking relatives, I thought I'd spice things up and play a game of hide and seek with my parents, but they're very good at hiding, so I'm seeking fucking here tonight. Yeah, for the queue. Moving on from my sex life, I'm planning to kill my parents. There's many ways you can kill a parent, or parents if you're feeling adventurous. I like house fires. House fires is my jam, because I haven't slept with someone for some time. Yeah, we got to stop milking that cow. Yeah, ooh, cow, milking a cow. Right, okay, sweet, focus. Yeah, big closer. I like Jonas a lot, but I kind of zoned out at the end. So I was going on this kind of like bang, 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 and now for the fuck it, it's done. Yeah, happy hunting, everyone.
Give it for Marcus Beeby! Let's keep it going. This time with the material of Lucas Jefcoate. Welcome back, Jessie Nixon!
I'm Lucas. I'm going to do an opening joke about my haircut whilst not acknowledging that I'm ginger and look like the Milky Bar Kid. I went for a haircut the other day at the barber's, notoriously cheaper than those girl haircuts that cost £52 a go. I didn't know what to tell the guy because I don't look like I'm going to be very good at talking to other men. And probably an awkward exchange all round. I doubt much was spoken during my haircut. But the opening rigmarole with the barber in question, he asked me what I wanted. I said, just make me look like someone's aunt. Why did I say that, you think? Just hoping my bisexual girlfriend would maybe fuck me if I looked like an old woman. I struggled to grow facial hair, to absolutely no one's surprise in the room. My girl cousin actually grows more facial hair than me. Maybe my bisexual girlfriend could shag her instead. She's bisexual. I'm cool and woke and good with it. I have anxiety. Again, no one's fucking shocked. Yeah, I can't even take a dump without my phone, or I'll have an asthma attack or whatever. Insert generic simile about what that experience is like. I can't remember what I said, just to be honest. I think that was about Alzheimer's. I can't remember. It was in poor taste. No, I'm just joking. It was great. I loved it. I loved every fucking second of it. It's it's hard being an alpha these days. I wouldn't know, I've literally never been one. But I probably listened to Andrew Tate about it. No, I don't know. But we used to hunt beasts as a species, but now we just milk oats. That's just a verbatim retelling of my joke there. I'm pretty quick at typing actually, so I typed pretty much all the jokes verbatim as they came out at the back, despite the initial confusion about whether or not I'm Jonas or Lucas, but we got there in the end. I think I would give cave women the ick. I would definitely throw my spear incorrectly and give them the ick in the same manner as when I drop a ping pong and have to chase the ball. I'll then do a sort of camp act out in case you guys didn't get the joke the first time. I'm on anxiety medication. It's medication that blocks adrenaline. I'm on performance enhancing drugs right now. You wouldn't know it from my set. It's like again, I've never spoken to Jessie. Jessie and I have not had a single interaction. Jessie will probably buy me a drink after the set. Sigh. If I had a time machine, I'd go back in time, invent stuff. Oh, this was all quite tepid. Take credit for inventions. Build a skateboard, kickflip in front of Jesus, cuck Jesus. I'd cuck Jesus. I'd meet Plato. He'd say something clever, and I'd say your hand's bigger than your face. I have been Lucas, aka the Milky Pocket. I just add my girlfriend is bisexual. Thank you so much. And goodbye.
Jessie Nixon, everybody! And up last, this time with the material of Marcus Beeby. Welcome back to the stage, Jonas Jamarik!
I thought I was with Jessie.
You fucked it, Will. You fucked it with the names and everything.
She's
I
nice.
just weren't down with your pick, so they clearly just changed it without knowing, but there we go.
But that's cool. I can do Marcus.
Do both.
I'd rather do Marcus than Jessie.
What about their comedy?
No, I'm Marcus Beeby. No one knows what I am. There's like 40 countries in me, which I guess means that my ancestors were sluts. Also coming from a long line of sluts, Jessie Nixon. Most of it is about Jessie. I'm from Bristol, assholes. I look like an old man. Something about that. I have a seasonal routine that revolves around pop and sucking cock. But you know, everyone in Bristol's shagging, not me, because I live in London. I don't know if this is Marcus or Jessie. No, this is Jessie. I've got opinions about vaping, which means I'm more annoying than people who vape. My tampons are so bad. You could use them as a grenade to do a terrorist attack. I don't remember much from other people's sets. I've got Lucas. I look like your aunt. She was a bad comedian. That's not nice. What's the deal with oat milk? That's all I got.
Give it up for Jonas Jamarik, everyone! Thank you very much, guys. I can't believe that. If I genuinely, I'll obviously get to see how I messed this up, but give it a huge round of applause for them for coping with it anyway.